Hi guys, now today we will study about Kirchhoff's law. This law is very vital for current electricity. Alright, so basically why we need to study Kirchhoff's law? Because this law simplify the complex circuit to find whatever your current and potential drop in different component of the circuit. Alright, so let us discuss about Kirchhoff's law. Alright, so mainly this law stand stands to simplify the electrical circuit for the measurement of current and potential drop or drops between the different component actually this one is electronic component, so electronic component of the circuit. Okay, that means we have complex circuit, because simple circuit is very simple, but simple circuit is not used in any device. So every device is made up of complex circuit diagram. That's why we need it, Kirchhoff's law. How you can say that some circuit is simple? Suppose we have a resistor, and if this resistor is connected by an EMF, so you can say that this one is a simple circuit diagram. So from here very simple you can find out current in this circuit I and the amount of resistance that develop in this simple circuit. But this simple circuit cannot make a device, so you need a complex circuit diagram. So where you need it, this Kirchhoff's law. So basically Kirchhoff's law is of two types. One is called junction law, second one is called voltage law, okay, or mesh law, whatever we will discuss now. So you see here that you have two laws, okay. So the first one is called Kirchhoff's first law. Alright. So you see here first of all that why it is called first law. Basically this law is also called Kirchhoff's either it is first law or junction law or current law or node law. So simply here we have to understand about first law. So first law, that what stand that we have to study about current, alright, current at junction or node. So just we have to understand this one. Alright, so what does mean about node? What is node? So simply here we can say the branches of conductors of a circuit that meet at a point is called node or junction. Alright, so you see here, now here we are known about this node or junction. So in this node or junction, simply we have to study about current, and this is called first law. So this first law is taught about current. We will see this one as its definition later on, but see here that the branches that meet, okay, the branches of conductor of a circuit that meet at a point. So simply you have to take a point. So this point is called junction. Why it is called junctions? Because so many conductors are meeting at this point. That's why this point is called node. So whether it is called node or junction, right? Okay. Now, so what about this first law? So this first law stands that it is very simple that the algebraic sum of currents at a node or junction is equal to 0. Okay. So this one is called Kirchhoff's first law. That means that the algebraic sum of current at a node or junction is equal to 0, and this is called Kirchhoff's first law. Alright, you can say anything, either first law, junction law, node law or current law. everything is Kirchhoff's first law. Alright, where you have to take algebraic sum of all currents at a node or junction. Okay, now so there is a rule that you have to find, that you have to apply when you find current at a given junction or node. Alright, so the rule is, it is very simple, that rule is very simple. So rule 1 is, all incoming current or currents at a node is taken as positive. And rule 2, all outgoing currents from the node is taken as negative. So you have to simply apply these two rules. Okay, so now I am just going to simplify this one. That is, we have just considered here a node, and see, there are so many conductors of a circuit where currents, some currents are going inside, someone coming outside, like that you're seeing here, that this one is happening. And you suppose this node, you can give a name. You just take this one, node A. So A, it's a node. Alright, okay. So now from here you see that there are number of currents like I1, I2, I3, I4, I5, I6 and I7. So according to this first law, the sum of all currents, that is algebraic sum, all currents at this node A, you have to take, this one is 0. Alright, so see, according to this one, that sum of all currents, so you just take here sum of all currents I, so I is equal to 0. This one is by definition, where I is greater than equal to 2 to n. You can take this one according to first law, that is Kirchhoff's current law, KCL. So you have to apply this one here. So here you are seeing that number of currents are there. Out of, you have 7 currents, I1 to I7. So all of these and this you have to take its sum, and that is equal to 0. That is algebraic sum you have to take. So you just take here I1. So I1 is incoming, that is positive. I2, this one is also coming towards this node A, so this one is also positive. Now your I3 is just going away from this node, so this one is negative. Again, now you can see I4 is also going away, so I4 is negative. I5 coming positive, I6 going outside, so that is away from node A, so negative. And what about I7? It is coming at node A, so that would be positive. So all these sum, this one is algebraic sum and this is equal to 0. After being simplification, you can write down this one is also all positive at one side, and as per your wish you can take all negative on the other side. Okay, so like that you can see that I1 plus I2 plus I5 plus I7, these are positive, so you can take one side, and rest of who is negative you can take other side towards 0, so that becomes positive also. So this one is I3 plus I4 and plus I6. So all these are after going on the other side, that becomes positive. So here you are seeing that this one is equal to this one. Alright, so this one is the way to find the current at this node or junction. This is your first law: current law, node law and junction law. Okay, now to understand this one, you can simply take an example also. So just like example, a question be there that here we have taken 4 branches of a conductor. Alright, and you just suppose this one is going inside, this one is outside, inside and outside. You suppose I1 or simply 1 ampere, 2 ampere, 3 ampere and 4 ampere. So you have to go through this. Okay, so after going through this, what you are seeing that I1 is just coming to the node, so 1 is positive, 2 is going away negative, third one is coming positive, fourth one is going away, that is negative, and this one is equal to 0. Alright, that means what you can find from here. So basically you have to take one you should take unknown. Here you can say that how much is coming and how much is going away from the junction. Alright, but if you want to find some unknown, so you have to just take one is unknown. Okay, so you suppose this one you have to find x, so you just take this one like x, and now from here you can find out that how much is this current. You can find out from here. So it is very simple. You just take x, 4, this one is minus 6 plus 3 is equal to 0, and after being simplification, x minus 3 is equal to 0, then x is equal to how much? This one is 3 ampere. So using this way you can find in unknown branch that how much current is flowing through that branch, you can find using this first law. Okay, so this is an importance of this law. Alright, now in next class we will discuss about second law. Alright.